See, that's the thing that the Christianity taught you. You gotta focus in right now because we try and teach you God's word. This is how God says that you be blessed. Who got Revelations? Read that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 14. Read. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
He said, blessed are they that do his commandments. That's the problem with our people. Our people do not do God's commandments. That's the only way you really be blessed, sis.
Read. That they may have the right to the tree of life.
That you may enter into the kingdom of heaven. The tree of life. That you may not have to walk around here like a nigga no more. That you may not have to walk around here getting shot down in the streets no more.
That's right.
That you may walk around here with your head on high because you know that you God chosen people.
That's
Read.
right.
And may enter into the gates into the city.
Into the kingdom of heaven. Our homeland. Rulership over all nations of the earth. No more under the feet of the nations that brought our people over here to this land on slave ships. No more of that. No more walking around calling ourselves niggas. No more falling subject to the religions, to Islam and Muslim and Christianity and Catholicism, Episcopalian, Pentecostal church. No more of that garbage. Read.
For without our dogs.
Read it again.
For without our dogs.
What's another word for a female dog? That's right. The brothers and the sisters that don't keep God's commandments, Most High just called him that. Like this brother right here. He don't want to keep God's commandments. The Most High just called him a dog. Read.
And sorcerers.
And sorcerers. Because they come out here with them words like they know something. This brother over here is selling Under Armour and Nike and New Balance, talking about, oh, you serve the white man. Who owns those companies?
Bring it out!
I guarantee it's not him.
That's right.
He's selling their products. He's selling their products. You work for them. You selling their product. And then guess what? When you get your money, you gotta pay your sister. Come here, sister. I'm trying to show you something though. I'm talking about him, but I'm using him as an example how you should not be. Because if you're gonna continue being like that nigga right there, you're gonna continue being destroyed. You will continue walking around like a dumb nigga. A nigga that doesn't know nothing. A nigga that, he probably has children. Guess what? He probably ain't raising them. What's he gonna teach his children? Sister, from your generation, from my generation, to the older generations, to their grandparents, what has changed for our people? We still in here talking about no justice and no peace.
That's right.
The only way you get justice and peace is through war.
Read. And whoremongers.
And whoremongers. Brothers gonna come out here and try to talk these smooth words onto you, sister. They're gonna try to tell you exactly what you want to hear, just to get in between your legs, sis. And then they're gonna leave you with a child, and they're gonna go off and do it again to another sister.
Bring it out!
That's a weak and feminine man.
That's right!
Read. And murderers. And murderers. Our people like to murder their own people, physically and mentally, because our people, we hate to keep God's commandments.
That's right.
And so when we don't keep God's commandments, we really hate each other.
That's right.
Because when you don't keep God's commandments, your people are subject to another nation of people under curses. Who would choose to be at the bottom of society, sis? What is blunts? What's so good about smoking blunts? What's so good about having sex with multiple women when you can have the kingdom of God?
That's right!
What is so good at going to prison and serving a 10, 12-year sentence when you can serve the Most High?
That's
Bring it
right.
out!
Read.
And idolaters.
And idolaters serving Islam. And the Muslims had our people in slavery too. The Arab slave trade. The Syrians had our people in slavery too. Like my brother brought it out. The Catholic Church, they're the ones that created Islam. They created it to be an adversary to the real Jews.
Bring it out!
Continuing to destroy our minds. Give me Hosea 4 and 6.
Bring it out!
Because this is the way that you overcome a nation. This is the way that you take control of a nation to make sure that they don't have what they really want. The so-called white man rules over our nation. Read inside the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. This is the thing. We cannot continue walking around like niggas no more. I'm gonna show you what a nigga is. Read. My people, my what? My people, my what? My people, read, are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Our people at the bottom of society. When you want to find our people, where do you gotta go? You gotta go to the hoods. You gotta go to the ghettos. You gotta go to that Section 8 housing. You gotta go to the Salvation Army. You gotta go to the Greyhound. You gotta go to the prison. You gotta go to where all the poor conditions are just to find somebody that looks like you. And the only time our people get to be in the nice neighborhoods is when they sell out their own people.
That's right.
Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge,
Because this brother rejects knowledge. Read.
I will also reject thee.
That's why this brother is walking around destroyed. Because the Most High has rejected him. He's talking about somebody broke and he's standing on the side of a corner.
That's right.
Somebody else's product.
That's right.
What kind of, whoa, you have nothing to call to your name. You have nothing to call to your name. Read.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
See, that's the thing. We the real priests of the Most High up here.
That's right.
Why do you think we're able to come out here every Sabbath day and teach our people to raise up? Look at these brothers you see around you. When have you seen order like this in our communities? Hey, school, old school. Come here real quick, brother. What's your nationality according to the Bible? Try to teach the sister that y'all are the greatest people on the planet. The thing is, brother, on this sign, brother, you are chosen. You're most likely from the tribe of Judah. These 12 tribes are God-chosen people. Sister, you most likely are from the tribe of Judah as well, or the house of Judah. You could be a Benjamite, or you could be a Native American. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God-chosen people.
That's right.
That's why we're the greatest at everything we do. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. Nobody can do hair like the so-called black woman. Nobody can cook like the so-called Hispanic woman. Nobody can dance like the so-called black man.
That's right.
Nobody's faster, nobody's stronger, nobody's smarter, nobody's more creative. We're the greatest people on the planet. Right?
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
The Lord said that we're a holy people, separate unto Him, because He chose us, because He loved us. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord our God. He chose us. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
That's why we're made in His image. That's why we are the greatest at everything we do, because guess what? The Most High is the greatest at everything He does.
That's right.
Read.
To be a special people.
To be special. That's why we can go through slavery for 400 plus years, segregation, discrimination, Jim Crow laws. That's why we can go through all these atrocities placed on our people and still continue to prosper. And still continue to come out here and to wake our people up, because we got the kingdom. The kingdom is coming to us. The kingdom is being built. It's being rebuilt right now. Don't listen to that brother. He's the 2/3. He's one of the ones that's going to get burnt in that fire. He's already signed his contract with death. Read.
Unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
How could you not want to choose to be above all people on the face of the earth? How could you choose to want to be a Muslim? What kind of commandments is in the Quran? None. What does the Quran teach you about your people? Nothing. There's no slave ships in the Quran. There's no history in the Quran. There's nothing about, it's just garbage. Garbage. This Bible is our heritage book.
That's right.
This Bible from front to back is written about your people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read this out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. Read. But it shall come to pass.
This is a future prophecy. That's something that's special about our people. Since we're chosen by God, we're able to prophesy. We're able to tell the future. Because we have the knowledge. We have the truth, and it's all in this Bible. He said, but it shall come to pass, which meaning it was going to happen. Read.
If thou will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If we don't want to listen, hearken means to listen. Our people were doing that same thing. This is one of the brothers that was rising up against Moses. This is one of the brothers that was rising up against Christ. God chosen people. Can you imagine? Read. To observe. To observe. Meaning to humble yourself, to subdue your own understanding. What did they say about so-called black people? They say the best place to hide something from a nigga is to what? Put it in a book. Because our people hate to read. Our people rather go home and sit on their ass and turn on that television and drain their life away by watching LeBron James score 30, 40 points. They'll know everything about the statistics about Stephen Curry, but they will know nothing about their God. Keep reading. To do all His commandments. That's another problem with our people, bro. Our people do not like to do anything except for everything against the Most High. Read.
and his statutes.
And his statutes, right? How many commandments do y'all know? How many do you know? 10? They taught you 10? How many did they teach you, brother?
100.
But you know 100? How about you? How much do you know? How many commandments?
Only know 10.
You only know 10. There's 613 commandments.
That's right.
The thing is, the judgments help you keep the commandments. The statutes help you keep the commandments. How are you going to keep the Sabbath day if you don't know how to do that? You're not supposed to cook on the Sabbath day. We keep that commandment. You're not supposed to do your own will on the Sabbath day. We keep that commandment. You're not supposed to buy or sell on the Sabbath day, which is today, Saturday, the 7th day of the week. We keep these commandments. That's how you know we're the men of God. Read.
Which I command thee this day.
This day. He commanded you this day because now you can't say you don't know no more. The Most High sent us out here to teach y'all, to wake y'all up, so that we can get our kingdom back, so that we can be in rulership again, so that we don't have to be under this pain and suffering no more, so we don't have to continue the same cycle from generation to generation to generation. What has changed from your generation to my generation, brother? Nothing. Our people still in the bottom of society. Our people still fill up the prison houses. Our people still have the highest rate of AIDS, diabetes, high blood pressure. Our people are still being cursed and destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Read.
That all these curses.
That all these what?
That all these curses.
That all these what?
That all these curses.
That all these what?
That all these curses. Read. Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And over what?
And overtake thee.
And over what?
And overtake thee.
What about them slave ships?
And overtake thee.
What about segregation?
And overtake thee.
What about Jim Crow laws?
And overtake thee.
What about them lynching us?
And overtake thee.
What about them shooting us down in the street?
And overtake thee.
That's what happened to our people. Overtaken. Destroyed. We're the most powerful people on the planet. But when we don't keep God's commandments, He leaves us. He sets His face against us. When we don't keep God's commandments, we're enemies to the Most High. That's how He sees it. Did you know that God don't hear sinners' prayers? Did you know that? Give me John 9:31 real quick. You have to come out of sin and come back to the Most High. You have to change your ways for us to get out of this cycle, to finally break the cycle. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? It's time. Who got John? Read.
The book of John, chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know.
He says, now we know. Because it's all throughout the Bible. It's written in Proverbs 28:9 as well. He said, now we know. Read.
That God heareth not sinners.
He don't hear sinners' prayers. So our people be in that Christianity church on that Sunday worship, and they be talking about, I'm sanctified and saved, highly favored, in the blood of Jesus Christ. But He don't hear none of their prayers. Their prayers are boo-boo to the Most High. And if you're in sin, the prayers are doo-doo to the Most High as well. The Most High commands us, certain, like the men and women, right? We both have separate commandments that we're supposed to keep. Women are supposed to dress modest. They're supposed to wear a dress down to the foot, because all women are the best looking women on the planet.
That's right.
So when all women wear these clothes that the other nations created for us, it shows they shape. And now another man is going to lust after that woman. And now all he's going to think about is what's in between her legs.
That's right.
And then he going to try to knock up that sister. She going to have a child, and he going to leave her. Read this out.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5. The woman, the woman,
Read.
shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So sister, pants are an article of clothing that pertains to man. So you know how they say, who wear the pants in the house? It's supposed to be the man, because the man is supposed to run the household, because the man is supposed to do the hard tasks to be able to provide for his wife and for his child. Hey, y'all right there, brothers and sisters, y'all God-chosen people, come here real quick. Come here real quick. Y'all gotta get this word. Y'all gotta stop walking around like niggas. The thing is, there's a flip side to it as well. There's also a commandment for the men. Keep reading.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So men aren't supposed to wear dresses either. This is a commandment for the man and a commandment for the woman. We have a dress code. The man, if he puts on a dress and acts effeminate, guess what? He's not gonna rule his house no more. Hey, y'all two youngsters, what's your nationality? Do y'all know? Are y'all in school? Are you so-called African American? That's what they taught you in school, right? You know that's a lie? Did you know that everything they're teaching y'all in school is a lie?
That's right.
What are they teaching you about your people, young kinfolk? Like, what are they teaching? Don't you see that y'all people be hurting? Your mama sometimes, she be stressed out all the time. Do y'all live in the same household together? At one time, y'all were kings and princesses on the planet. Y'all had your own rulership. Did y'all know that y'all history is in the Bible?
That's right.
Youngster right here. Brother in the white pants. Bro, this book is about you. Did you know that? You know when you be in history class and you be bored, you be about to fall asleep because you learned about the so-called white man? It's because they're not telling you about your people. This Bible got your people in it, brother.
That's right.
It's time for y'all youngsters to rise up. Give me Psalms 94:16. Hey, sister, you got that flyer? Read that flyer. Subscribe to our YouTubes. And take this serious, sis. It's time for you to change your ways. It's time for you to come back to the Most High. All right, sis? Who got Psalms? Read that out.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 16. Read. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Who's gonna rise up? Youngsters, when y'all gonna rise up, bro? Let me see, where's slave ships at? Where's the slave ships at? Oh, here it is. Look at this. Didn't this happen to y'all people? Youngsters, look at this real quick. Ain't this happen to y'all people? Didn't this happen to your great-great-great-grandmother? Y'all learned this in school. I know y'all did, bro. Y'all learned about slavery. Y'all learned about Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, right? They taught you those people, right? Y'all should want to know about y'all's history. When y'all grow up, y'all should want to be able to provide for your husbands and your wives. You want to be able to be good husbands and good wives. You want to be able to provide for your children, just like your parents provide for you. Don't you want to live in a nice house? Don't you want to stop being oppressed? Stop hearing about slavery? At one time, y'all people was literally kings and queen and princesses on this planet, not queens. Being a queen, that's never been a part of our customs. Y'all gotta understand. Don't y'all believe in God? Alright, let me ask y'all something. Do y'all love God? Give me that. 1 John 5:3. Brother, do you not love God? You don't love God, bro? Don't God put food on your table? Don't God make sure that you got a roof over your house? How are you showing that you love God to God? Read this out.
Read.
Or who?
Read this.
The book of John, 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3.
Read.
For this is the love of God,
This is how y'all love God. Read.
that we keep His commandments.
That we what?
That we keep His commandments.
That we what?
That we keep His commandments.
These youngsters, man, they don't keep no commandments out here, bro. It's because their parents destroyed them. See, kinfolk, you're a part of an older generation, brother. And it's time for you to stand up for your God. Because if you don't, that's what's going to happen to the generation that comes after you. Your grandchildren.
That's right.
They're going to continue the cycle in the beating that happened to your generation of people. It's time to break that, bro. It's time to repent and come to back to the Most High. Give me Acts 3:19.
Bring it out.
The thing is, brother, you also have a requirement. Give me Deuteronomy 10:12. The Most High requires something of our people, especially once they know that they are His chosen generation. Read this out.
The book of Acts, chapter 3 and verse 19. Repent ye therefore, and be converted.
You got to repent, which means to return to the Most High. You got to change your ways, because you probably only know, you say you only know 100 commandments. There's 613. If you're not keeping all 613, guess what that means? You're in sin. So He said you have to stop being in sin. You have to change your ways. I will show you how to change your ways. Read this out.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel,
And now you, so-called Judite man, read.
what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
What does your Father in heaven require of you? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
Do you know how to fear the Most High? Give me Psalms 111:10. Do you know how to fear the Most High, brother?
Yes.
How do you fear?
Right.
We gotta keep His commandments.
Yes.
We gotta do what He say to do. We gotta obey Him. Read this out.
The book of Psalms, chapter 111 and verse 10. Read. The fear of Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Read.
A good
become a wise man that has understanding, you have to keep God's commandments, kinfolk.
Honor, glory, redemption. Honor, glory, redemption. Honor, glory, redemption. Honor, glory, redemption.